All right, I've got Lena today for a little bit of groundwork exercise that I wanted to demonstrate based on the back up the amount of questions I get on starting groundwork or the basics of groundwork. And I don't think I have a video that has shown less about using physical drive with a flag or a rope and more about using sort of a posture or an energy sort of process that helps the horses read us better by being physically quieter. I think it's quite valuable because we need to be more self-aware of our own behaviors and positioning. And I think it's a good demonstration. Lena's a great demonstration horse. This will be a good demonstration of that. So we're going to do, the exercise today is just to do the basic circle groundwork that I do quite often. I've demonstrated in other videos, more the beginning process of where you would use a rope or a flag to drive. And we're going to extend that lesson on in this video by using more of a posture and positioning, and as some people refer to it as sort of an energy kind of approach. So hopefully the other horses sort of stay out of our way while we work on this, and let's see how this goes. So the idea is that I'm going to bring Lena with me a little bit. We're going to get situated a bit over here so that the camera can pick us up a little bit better. And I'm going to commence my circle. Now, when I do this, try to see if you can see my positioning, whether I'm here, whether I'm like this, whether I'm like this, what my hands are doing. So I'm going to do it and then I'll come back to explain it. Okay, well, we've got Gracie in the way, so I'll kick her out of the way first to send her on. All right. Now, it wasn't perfect, so I may or may not, if I view this later, decide to narrate that a little bit. But what I really want to concentrate on in my own practice and my own techniques of doing this is being able to bring myself a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. A little bit bigger and forward looking, or a little bit smaller and downward looking. And essentially that's going to give the horse the clue, the physical clue, that I want more energy or I want less. Hello. So we'll give that another go. We're going to go to do a my left hand circle, and see if she goes just a little bit better now that we've done it once. And I have to say that, like, a lot of this stuff does take a lot of practice and repetition and consistency, both for them and for us. So if this doesn't feel right in the beginning, or it feels awkward, or it's kind of hard, it really does come down to a heck of a lot of practice. I know that I practiced for months before I could feel like I was comfortable enough to even start to think about how to improve on the techniques that I'd learned or observed and then started to put into practice. Watching a horse out of your peripheral vision or just off the side of your eye line is difficult. And it starts there, And sometimes you got to peek over a little bit, but hopefully you're kind of looking outwards and you're putting your thoughts outwards, and your body will initiate that by getting a little bigger or smaller, or your eyes moving, and they will follow that. They get quite good at that, which makes us more confident, which means that we can then get better at doing it because we can evolve past being worried about whether or not we're doing it. If that makes any sense at all, let's get on with this. Okay, so let's start again. I'm going to do the same kind of technique. I'm going to ask Lena out. Off she goes. I might give a little drive. I might have to raise my hand, but I'd like not to. Here I'm going to raise up in a little drive. That's it, and I'll come down. A little more. Quite slow, and then up. A little more. A little more. Little down. A little more. Up. Up. Down. Draw. A little more draw. A little more draw. And hopefully I can end on something that maybe feels okay to them. But that buildup of energy, or your body coming up and you're looking a little further, I think is a really good method to practice. Hopefully that has been an okay demonstration of that. If you have any questions or thoughts, let me know, obviously, and I'll try to answer them. And hopefully that's been interesting. We'll see you guys in the next video where we evolve past this. See you then.